That's why they dress like me and can't knock off my old head. Yeah, your boy got the soul kiss. Coming in this bitch wetter than a couple Mary-Kate Swift. Spotify spinning like a bird, get skipping levels in the game. Good Sunday morning, everyone. How are y'all doing? Welcome to JD's podcast this morning. We're gonna go over a few things today. Mainly we're gonna talk about the Colts versus the Rams. That's gonna be happening here in about what is it? Here in about 8 hours or so. But we got NFL football starting here in about an hour. It is currently 8:30. So yeah, we got NFL football happening in an hour, and that's crazy. So yeah, we'll break down the Colts and Rams game. We'll talk about the betting for the game, the injuries, Danny Dimes, all that. We'll also briefly cover Kentucky football, who lost yesterday, and the Fever, who lost on Friday. Yeah, all my teams are losing. Well, Kentucky's never. That's the thing. Is like I don't have a lot of expectations for Kentucky football. So if they don't win, I'm not really that mad. Got the Alec Pierce jersey in the background today for game day. So yeah, let's get into this game a little bit. I want to first start by talking about. So Cam Bynum has been on just a run of going on podcasts. Like he's been on so many, and McAfee, um, yeah, like the Colts ones, Downs to Business, which is a great podcast. I I mean Downs to Business with Josh Downs and his brother Caleb is a great, very great podcast. But yeah, so he's been on a lot of them, and I think it was on the Downs to Business where he talked about fake crowd noise that the Rams supposedly pump into the stadium. So we'll talk a little bit about that coming up here on JD's podcast. So let's just start. It's a big showdown here. This is gonna be a lot gonna be a big test for the Colts. The Colts are 3-0, and I think the Rams are 2-1. That's right, the Rams are 2-1. And the Rams are actually like when we play the Broncos, everyone's like, "Oh, this is the big test." But I kind of feel like they still have a second year. Or about said rookie, still have a second year quarterback. There's still things that aren't good with that team. And clearly we exposed them. Yes, we won off a last second field goal. If you're a Broncos fan and you're watching this, calm down. Yes, we won off of a last second field goal. It doesn't matter. We won. Okay, if y'all won, y'all would have won. We wouldn't have been bitching. So, so we'll break down the strengths, the weaknesses, key matchups, and the injuries, and make a prediction here about who's going to win the game. So, the Colts have started 3-0, outscoring their opponents 103-56, averaging 34.3 points per game, and that's the second in the NFL. And only allowing 18.7 points a game. Now, that's going to be the key here. I think we're still going to be able to get our offense going. Don't get me wrong. But I think our defense, this is going to be a big, big defensive test. A big, big defensive test. Because, I mean, Matthew Stafford can spin it better than any quarterback we've had this year. And, like, it's all about Matt Stafford and Puka Nacua. Like, yes, Devontae Adams, blah, blah, blah. But I really think that Puka Nacua, like, is the reason that team is so good. That dude can make a play out of nothing. That dude is Travis Kelce if he was athletic. Like, and what I mean by that is like I don't mean like he. It just seems like he gets the ball right, like Travis, like it'll be. Puka Nacua will be like, or Matthew Stafford will be like out of the pocket, like like patting the football. Oh, hold on one second. Right here's the football. Let me just. Let me just act this out 1 second. So he's like, and he'll point, go throw the ball, completion 50 yards, and you're like, and like with, you know, Mahomes. Tell me why Mahomes does this situation right here. What is that, dude? Like, he'll get the ball and he's just. I should have started acting out quarterbacks probably, but you get what I'm saying. Like, Puka gets open like Travis Kelce gets open, and he's a big motherfucker like Travis is. Like, so I think that like Puka really will be the difference maker in this game, 100%. In the passing game, Daniel Jones so far has 3 touchdowns, 116 passing yards, 0 interceptions, and 17.1% completion rate, or 71.6%. Said that wrong, sorry. The Colts defense has 7 sacks, and that's the middle of the pack, and 4 interceptions. Turnover differential is +5, tied for the league lead. Pretty good. The Rams, however, average 24.3 points per game. That's 11th. 363.7 yards per game. That's 5th. Matthew Stafford has passed for 390 or 7. Matthew Stafford has passed for 739 yards, 5 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, off a 66.3% completion rate. On the ground, Kyren Williams leads the backfield with 226 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. That's terrible. In the receiving core, Puka Nacua has 29 catches for 333 yards with 11.5 average per catch, which is a lot. The Rams defense is more aggressive, 12 sacks so far, among the league leaders. However, they only have 1 interception so far this season. Their turnover differential is +1. So that means that the hold on 1 second. I think that the Rams have a very high powered offense. Stafford 739 yards in 3 games is pretty good. With 5 touchdowns and 2 picks. I mean, that's a good start to a season. Like, you can't be mad. And his decision making is what I think sets Stafford apart. Like, that dude can be in the pocket for 0.1 second, and somehow he has thrown the ball and it's down the field. And so, I mean, you just pray that he has a bad game, but you understand that there's probably not a ton you can do about Matthew Stafford completing passes and just being himself, because there's going to be a good bit of offense they're going to get. Like, you can't stop them. All right, let's talk about injuries. Matt Gonzalez, he's out. He's a guard. He's starting guard. Dalton Tucker will take his spot. Final name. Dalton Tucker had some good reps last year. I mean, he didn't do bad, but love to have Matt Gonzalez out there. But I'm hoping that Dalton Tucker can kind of step in his place a little bit. Kenny Moore the second is out with an Achilles. First it was just a calf, and they've upgraded it to an Achilles. And man, I sucks for Camo. Like, I just Kenny Moore is a great guy, a fucking amazing football player, and just to hear him have a potential Achilles. Now, I don't think it's that serious. I don't think that it's like a tear or anything. I think it's just kind of a calf issue that's traveled down his leg a bit. And I don't know injuries. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a football player. But from what I understand and what I can understand about it is it's not all that serious. So why so serious? No, I'm joking. It's not that serious. So, yeah, Alec Pierce in the concussion protocol, and he is out. I say, I would go ahead and say this as a rule of thumb. Um, when somebody gets a concussion in a game, they're probably not going to play the next game. Okay. When someone gets a concussion, they're not going to play the next game. Okay. Thank you. I see all these fucking people on Twitter. All these people being like, Kemo's not gonna not play. Or not Kemo. Butchered that. Alec Pierce is not going to not play, they said. Oh, Alec Pierce is so tough. And he is. I love Alec. Alec's tough as fuck. I picked his jersey. But you get a concussion, you miss a week. That's pretty much what fucking happened. Unless it wasn't that serious of a one, you have to be cleared by the independent neurologist. It has to be a whole situation. So, yes, he's missing a week, as we all thought he would. What else do we have? Or what else other injuries do we have? DeForest Buckner has a back. He's listed as questionable. He's going to play. Anthony Gold was listed as questionable for an illness. He's playing as well. What does these injuries mean for the game, however? With Kenny Moore out, the Colts lose a veteran cornerback. That could open opportunities for the Rams receivers. However, the Colts have elevated. I'll say evaluated. I can't talk this morning. And that's not good because I'm doing a talking show. All right. However, the Colts elevated veteran corner Mike Hilton, who played at Cincinnati. What did I tell you the last episode? Doesn't surprise me. When another former Bengals player is on the Colts. What do you know? Which I'm not mad about. They've been okay. Offensive line pressure. With Gonzalez out at guard, the Colts' interior protection might be a little less stable, and it will. Elevated John Stills for depth. And like I said, Dalton Tucker will play in his place, but glad they at least got someone behind him in case he goes. Front seven / defensive depth. If Buckner can't go, which he's not going. No, he is going. He is going. See, I wrote these a while back. Yeah, I still think that the Rams defense run offense will be good. Our run defense isn't the best it's ever been, but it's pretty good. I mean, I love Zaire Franklin, but every time I'm watching a game, Z, hey Zaire, look, bro, I love you. All right, you're a great football player, bro. Appreciate you, but you can't play coverage at all, and you're missing tackles a lot. And like we're playing the Rams today, bub. You can't do it. You can't do it. Okay, wrap them up. You're a great leader in this. We all appreciate you. Make your tackles. And don't drop back in coverage because you're not very good. And if you do drop back in coverage, participate. Don't just watch a guy catch a ball 5 feet away from you. I watched it last week. I'm sorry, Z. I'm sorry. I appreciate you. But you got to get a little better, bro. Come on. I'm not saying you're bad. Bro, I'm not saying you're bad. But this year, missing tackle was bad, bro. And you did it last year, but I was trying to look past it. Because I thought maybe it was EJ. Which, I mean, EJ can't, bro. EJ Speed, again, I fuck with the EJ. He's a good guy. Like, I watched the podcast with him and Z. It was great. But, bro, you can't tackle either, man. Like, you get a bunch of tackles. I'm like, Z, I appreciate you getting all these tackles, bro. But why do you just let people run by you? You want me to show clips? Go to my Twitter. I'll link it in the description. Go to my Twitter, and I will show you clips of Zaire Franklin missing people completely. No hazy. Not one bit of hate. Just be better, bro. Anyway, if not, you're gonna end up like EJ playing for the Texans, who are 0-3. Okay? Don't end up like EJ. Don't do it. Professionally, at least. Great guy, personally, but don't professionally end up like EJ. Shout out EJ Speed. Moving right along from that. How did I get on that? Let's talk a little bit about the Colts rushing attack versus the Rams run defense. Taylor has been dominant. The Rams run defense has had mixed results, to say the least. Can LA slow down the Colts run ground game? I very highly doubt it. JT is just that fucking guy. Like, Stafford and the Rams pass protection versus the Colts offensive line. Excuse me. The Rams bring 12 sacks so far. That's a strong pass rush potential. The Rams are going to bring the blitz, just like the Denver Broncos did. And Danny Dimes has to be prepared to take it. The blitz has always been his kryptonite. It's not been this season. I gotta give him credit. But in the past, it has always been. So Danny, you gotta be on your shit today. Like, if you see someone coming for you, get rid of the football. If nobody get rid of the football, too, chuck down. Get it to JT. If JT isn't open for whatever reason, throw that motherfucker out of bounds. Throw it on the ground. Throw it somewhere. Don't take sacks. Don't make stupid throws you don't mean, because you're going to be pressured. You're going to be pressured by this Rams defense. It's what they do, and they have great people to do it. So, like, just be calm, and if nothing's there, take a check down, check it out there, throw the ball away. Hand the ball off to JT a lot too. I mean, let that motherfucker eat. You know what I'm saying? Let him eat. Let him cook now. All right. How well can the Colts protect Daniel Jones? That is what I wrote. Question mark. That is the question of this game. How well can they protect Daniel Jones? Because let me tell you something. As I just talked about a second ago, it's not been his strong suit. It's not been good at all for him. So he needs. What was that? Just got almost fell over nothing. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. He needs protected as much as possible. Again, we're gonna get blitzed, but I really need Daniel Jones to be protected in this game, even with Matt Gonzalez out. Because if not, I'm afraid he's gonna go back to his old self, start throwing up ill-advised passes. Malik Neighbor not down there no more. Now it's Michael Pittman Jr. And as much as I love Michael Pittman, he can go up and get the passes. He can do all that. He's not Malik Neighbors, so it's like, just protect Daniel Jones, and we should be fine here, at least offensively. Um, the turnover battle. The Colts lead in the differential +5. I talked about that earlier. But if they can win the turnover battle, they will win this game. That's been something they've been great, absolutely great, at scoring, at getting the ball down the field. um, yeah, and not turning the ball over at all. They don't have one turnover. So if they can continue that, they'll be in good shape today. Colts are among the best at scoring drives this season. That's percentage of drives resulting in scores. Um, the Rams have historically struggled in the red zone touchdown conversions in recent seasons. That's touchdowns at least. If you get pressure on Daniel Jones, I mean, he has been sharp, no interceptions so far, but the Rams need to disrupt his rhythm if they want to win this game. And we need to stop them from doing it if we want to win this game. It will be a home crowd for the Rams, so that does factor in a little bit. But the Colts are riding a 3-game win streak and momentum and confidence on our side, so that's good. Talk a little bit about the betting of this game. The spread is Rams minus 3.5, 3.5. Over under is 49.5. Some models, like this was FanDuel, gave them gave the Rams a 69.7% chance to lead. All of the national pundits picked the Rams to win, besides one, which I don't have this photo, which I thought I did. So that's fine with me. I love being an underdog. Interestingly, models also suggest the Colts have a strong chance to cover. Look at that. Look at player props. Taylor over under rush yards and Stafford passing yards tied with how often the Colts can pressure. Oh, excuse me. Offense, just keep doing what you're doing. Come up with more touchdowns than just regular field goals, because that's been our only real problem here is just getting a field goal when you need a touchdown. So let's fix that. This is a little bit of the updated injury report here. Again, we have, let's just read them off. Let's just go off every single one you want to. DeForest Buckner, questionable. He's going to play. Samson Ebukam, he's going to play. He's just resting. Matt Gonzalez, out. Anthony Gold, got to play. Xavier Howard, full, got to play. He just rested. Kenny Moore is out with an Achilles. Alec Pierce, out with a concussion. Roberto Sanchez had a personal matter. He's been at practice every day besides Wednesday. Braden Smith was a full go. He'll play. Garver Steer just resting, so he'll play. That is the updated injury report for the Colts and for the Rams. Rob Havenstein, who was an offensive lineman, ankle did not practice either day or 2 days and was limited. The third, questionable officially. Devontae Adams, by the way, the Rams have not ruled anybody out. Devontae Adams was on the injury report, but did not practice and limited. Steve Avila was on the injury report, offensive lineman, with an ankle. Justin DeKetch was an offensive lineman with a chest, was limited. Colby Parkinson was on the injury report with a shoulder, limited. He's questionable, but he's going to play. I wrote this a couple days ago. Braden Fiske, defensive end, was questionable with a oblique. Cam Kenton's safety was the shoulder. Tyler Higbee, tied in with a hip. Puka Nakua with a just a rest, and Jackson Arlick, Alaric Jackson with an rest as well. So that is your updated injury report for the Colts versus the Rams. Let's talk about a couple more things real quick. Daniel Jones will prove himself one way or the other in this game. That is what I wrote. And that is the truth. I think if Daniel Jones comes out and at least just has a good game, for everybody listen, this isn't a fluke. If he comes out and he shits the bed, everyone's going to know, okay, all right. He just faced the Titans, the Dolphins, and the Broncos. Sorry. Very big game for the team on offense. If we thought Denver was a test, this will be a bigger one. All right. Final predictions of the game. I predict the Colts winning 31-28. Kentucky football moving right along here. Kentucky football lost 13-35. Just couldn't get anything going on either side of the ball. In the second half, got to figure out. We got to figure out the coach at this point. Yeah, Mark Snoops might have to go. Just can't get shit going, man. Like, and Kentucky doesn't care that much about the football team, so I get it. But we need like something nice to watch. I mean, we can do it for basketball, right? So by quarter, like in the end of the first quarter, it was 10-7 Kentucky. In the second quarter, South Carolina scored 21 unanswered points when Kentucky scored nothing. The second half, we only scored one field goal, and they scored a touchdown. The Indiana Fever also. One more thing about the Kentucky Wildcats. They play a bunch of ranked opponents after this, so I dropped it. So yeah, good luck. The Fever are down 2-1. They lost after a loss on Friday to the Aces. They also fell asleep in the fourth quarter somehow. By quarter and the fourth, the Aces scored 25 to the Fever's 16. Only quarter they outscored them in was the second. I'd like to see the Fever win the game today at 3 they have, but only time will tell. Too many injuries. So if they go out right here, let's hope they come back bigger and better next year. Thank you guys so much for watching, for listening. JD.